And welcome back to South Surrey, the home of the Bayside Sharks, where we are coming to you live from the BC Rugby Senior Men's Women's Finals for today. Our next matchup on Field 2 will be the Men's Division Final. The two teams, of course, will be the UBC All Boy Ravens versus the Bayside Sharks. And what a match we've got lined up for you as I read out our team sheets. Coming in for the UBC Old Boy Ravens in red socks and blue shorts, we've got number 1, Joseph Dawson. Number 2, Scott Cunningham. Number 3, Jack Mitchell. Number 4, Kierman Coley. Number 5, Liam Flanagan. Number 6, Matthew Bluck. Number 7, Blaine Meek. And number 8, Raymond Wilson to round out our forwards. In our backs, we have number 9, Billy Wickham. Number 10, Robert Jones. Number 11, Kieran Murphy. Number 12, Cole Henriksen. Number 13, Timothy Wilson. Number 14, Mark Ruger. Number 15, Jack Scher. And on the bench, 16, Sean Pyle. 17, Ben Cooling. 18, Sam Duggan. 19, Neil Murphy. Number 20, Dan Servino. Number 21, Marceau Burton. And number 22, John Tolton, with number 23, Nolan McAllister. Coming in for the Bayside team, which is our sky blue around the waistline and our dark blue shoulders. Number 1, Douglas Fairbank. Number 2, Levi Hansen. Number 3, Jeremy Bergman. Number 4, Reed McMorris. Number 5, Kyle Wilkie. Number 6, Reed Davis. Number 7, Patrick Hayes. And number 8, James Kelly coming in. And your backs, number 9, Stuart Gormley. Number 10, Graham Rogers. Number 11, Johnny Sutherland. Number 12, Jamie Beaton. Number 13, Talon McMullen. Number 14, Evan Patterson. And number 15, Jared Newey. As the Bayside team just kick off. It's clearing kick there, and it's taken by the fullback, which is Scher, and number 14, which is Ruger, and chase on the outside. Kicked back to the 11, which is Sutherland, and Sutherland gives it to, I believe, takes it in himself or gives it to Newey. And just on the bench for the Bayside Sharks, you have number 16, Nicholas McCalligan. Number 17, Josh Array. Number 18, Penny Rokondiva. Number 19, Robbie McLean. Number 20, Spencer Thorpe. Number 21, Adam Timler. Number 22, Iliesi Dranamasi. And number 23, Liam Morrison. Now Bayside with the clearing kick again as they're going in your screens from right to left. I am again joined by my fellow commentator, Josh. How do you see this match going down?
Both strong sides. Looks like here Bayside Division 1 has some big boys on their team, it looks like, and then this UBC Old Boys squad looks like some big forwards and a nice run by the winger here.
Yes, and it's a great run there by the UBC Old Boys. They take it to the halfway, and they're coming out. Here, taken hard by the... Whoa, and there's 5 is through with... That is Flanagan. Flanagan gives the outside to McAllister. McAllister looks like he's under the post. He is. And a diving try by number 23, Nolan McAllister, who has just scored under the uprights, straight under there for the UBC Old Boys' first try of the match.
Yeah, some space created for him to run down the middle and some good support play and just right under the post for the UBC Old Boys to open up the scoring.
And what a beautiful start to the opening of the scoring. It was really created there from some nice runs by, of course, Mitchell, and then given on the outside to Flanagan. And Flanagan then just looking for the fullback to beat. He gives a short ball on the outside, of course, to our try scorer, Nolan McAllister, backing it up. And it's a great try there by the UBC Old Boys. So kick to come by number 15, Jack Scher. And he kicks it. And the UBC Old Boys are going to lead us in our Men's Division 1 final, 7 points to nothing.
Yeah, the Ravens coming out here flying to start this game off, not even 3 minutes into this game.
And Bayside need to start something to get to bounce back here. And it'll be beaten to restart for the Sharks. And it's a lovely kick. And it goes wide and then taken back, but it looks like Old Boys have picked it up. Ravens now. Wide. Gives it to the 7, is straight through. That's Meek. Meek gives it to Scher. Scher almost intercepted there. Given the outside to Murphy. Murphy. And he's brought down, is he? No, almost. Finally brought down Murphy. Still struggling for it at the front, and he's stolen. Stolen by the 7, which is Hayes. And a lovely hit up by Davis. Kelly. And Kelly takes it in strong. Oh, nice little step off the right foot there by Rogers. There. And Bayside looking to try and hold that ball. It's a penalty. Oh. And it's a penalty given there for not releasing. And looks like Sure, unlucky there for Bayside. They were on the attack then.
Yeah, some good phases of play, some good runs made by their players there. Their forwards look to be strong runners. UBC Old Boys' backs looked very shifty, very elusive. Lots of pace in that squad, in their squad's backline.
Yeah, the UBC Old Boys showing a lot of skill there. And geez, have a look at the number 8, Raymond Wilson. Looking for the UBC Old Boys, is looking quite a strong runner. Looking forward to watching him play a bit more. UBC with the throw in. Here he goes now to the 10, to Wilson. Wilson, oh, he boundstorms. What a runner there. About 5 metres in post-contact metres by Wilson. And it's going to be another penalty for not releasing. Quick tap taken.
Not back 10 for Bayside.
And again, some more blow-ups. As the 15 now, Sure looks to clear it for the Old Boys. And the Old Boys will have the line-out feed around about 20 metres out from the Bayside line. Bayside again now under pressure. Line-out knee. Wilson now in the line-out, I believe. Not in the... As he's taken it to the maul. And the maul's been brought down, but there's no penalty coming. Short. Gives it to the 12, which is Henriksen. And Henriksen with a nice hit up. Goes wide. Gives it now to Cunningham. Cunningham now. Wickham is calling him out. There's runners all over the place. Their try scorer, McAllister, takes it up. They're calling them all out now. They're switching sides. He's gone through the middle there. That's Flanagan. Old Boys on the attack. Ravens. Oh, and it's been slapped down by the 6, which is Davis. And Davis slaps it down for Collie. Collie now out wide. Onto the toe. Oh, it's a bit of a pass around here. Volleyball game at the moment. And what is the referee going to call? It looks like knock on both ways, but it's going to be Bayside, loose head and feed. Wow, they held on there. The UBC Old Boys Ravens looked strong there as they were trying to show both options. And they were switching both sides as Bayside was trying to cover both sides defensively. And looking forward to seeing some of those good strong run by the number 8, Raymond Wilson. He looks to be a very strong runner, Josh.
Yeah, he looks like a very big threat to the to round out the forward pack of the UBC Old Boys. Bayside's defense really being put to the test here by UBC Old Boys to start this game off.
That's correct. As there's a bit of a hiccup there in the scrum. As we see now, 3rd Division game, the Bayside scrum was quite strong. Let's see what the 1st Division's scrum looks like. And it's a short arm. So early engage, it looks by the UBC Old Boys. And short arm penalty to Bayside. Maybe a clearing kick needed to get them back in. And a nice clearing kick there by the Bayside team.
It's a short arm. There also will be UBC Old Boys to throw into this line out.
Yep. And it's going wide there. Given to the 12, which is Henriksen. And Henriksen goes into contact. Wickham gives it to the 10. Oh, strong tackle there by Bayside on their thing. Oh, Ruger. Ruger with a bit of wheels, sliding through the middle there. And Wickham gives it to the Dawson. Wickham now at the back, looking both options both ways. Chooses to take it to Scher, and Scher kicks long across. Nui under it. Oh, does he take it? He does. And he's called a mark. Wow. Wow. Not only did he dive for that, but he called a mark mid-air, caught the ball.
Impressive.
Very impressive there by the 15, Jared Nui. And clearing kick now. And that one's a lot better. Gets them up to about 45 metres from their own line. Get a bit of breathing space against the UBC Old Boys.
Yeah, Bayside's going to have to get possession of this ball if they want to get something offense generating. I mean, only 10 minutes into this first half, though. Still very early.
That's correct. And it looks like it's going to be they're looking to set up a line out here, but there's a call from, it looks like it might be a substitution made. And there is. The substitution is number 1, which is Dawson for UBC Old Boys. And I'll get the number of the replacing player shortly. Cunningham to Wickham. Gives it on to Jones. And big run up again by Wilson. Hard to put down, Wilson.
It's a big boy right there.
Yeah. I would not like to be there making the tackle. And he's given a bit of a lip to his opposite number 8 too, James Kelly.
Oh.
And that's going to be a great battle here.
Advantage to UBC Old Boys.
And Cunningham is taken by his opposite number 2. Flanagan, sorry. Wickham to Jones. Jones outside to McAllister. And he's taken by the opposite 10, which is Rogers. Jones gives it to the 7, and he's taken high and around the shoulders by McMullen. Wickham gives it to Colley, and Colley is brought down about 30 metres out from their line. UBC Old Boys on the attack. Mitchell taken down now. Jones goes behind Wilson, gives him the outside to Ruger. Ruger now, and Ruger brought down. Great tackle there by the Sutherland of the Bayside Sharks. Wilson again. Hard to bring down, but they get him down this time. Wickham gives it to Colley, and Colley now pushes his way through. Wickham gives it to Meek, and Meek and the Old Boys are just going ahead, and it looks like Bayside are struggling to just keep them down. Here he goes through Wickham. Wickham straight through. He's got no support. He's under the post, is he? He is. Oh, he slipped through the scrum half. Wow, what a move. He looked up, and he noticed that the Bayside defenders weren't keeping an eye on him and slipped straight between that ruck and that first defender. Then it was all work from there. No support. He was beating players left and right and managed to slip through and score under the posts to get the UBC Old Boys up to 12 points to 0.
Seems like Billy Wickham's pace caught the Bayside defenders off guard with right under the post for the score.
Absolutely. It's always great to be aware of your scrum half and their ability to get around. As the conversion now by 15, which is Scher. And that takes the UBC Old Boys 14 points to Bayside 0. And now what can Bayside do to try and steer this ship that's been all UBC Old Boys so far? 14 points down.
They're going to need that ball first and foremost.
And restarted there by Beaton. And Wickham, our try scorer, decides to take a bit of a run themselves. Short to Wilson now with a bit
Wilson
of space. What's he going to do?
Himself.
Oh, he's just a beast. And it's given to the Meek. Wickham now. Wilson screaming for it but doesn't get it. Gives it to the 4, Collie. Collie's got a bit of space. And they can't get around him. Wickham to Wilson again. Oh, Wilson just storming over players at the moment. I think a lot of those Bayside players are going to have nightmares trying to tackle him. Great tackle there by their number from Bayside. Well, number 13 was McMullen. Great tackle. Oh, and there's a penalty. This time. Yep, to the Ravens.
The Ravens.
And it is not rolling. No, players off their feet coming into the ruck. And it's just a bit of discipline there by the Bayside team. But, I mean, it's a struggle. Some of those guys for the UBCOB boys are running, 100 miles an hour at that defensive line. And some brave tackles being made. But eventually it's starting to put the punish on the defenders. And that substitution, of course, was Ben Cooling, who was on for the UBC Old Boys.
Yeah, number 8, Raymond Wilson for the UBC Old Boys, just causing a havoc for this Bayside defensive line. Here he comes again.
Oh, and wow, look at that! Look at the determination on some of those defenders. It's just, yeah, that was the number 1, Dawson, try to make that tackle on Wilson. Okay, Kelly now with the ball. Palms 2. Can't get rid of can't get rid of Wilson, the other Wilson. There's 2 Wilsons in this game, I've just realised. So we have Timothy Wilson in the 13, as well as Raymond Wilson in 8. So couldn't get rid of Timothy Wilson there. And it's going to be a scrum with the feed going to Bayside here. They need something.
Yeah, still only 15 minutes into this first half, but Bayside's been on the back foot.
Yeah, it's been hard to see, but it's been all one-way traffic at the moment. Let's see what Bayside can do here. Gormley feeds it in. Nice
Good
feed. Scrum holding well. Gives it to the 10, Rogers.
Like
Beaton now, looking for a bit of space. He'd be great if he gets a bit of space, Jamie Beaton. Gormley calling for it wide, and he's brought down. And a lovely hit up by, it looks like Reed Davis for Bayside. Nui, and it's a penalty to Bayside.
Yeah, Bayside looking to get some territory here with this kick on the penalty.
Well, they definitely need the field advantage at the moment. Unfortunately, it's been, like I said, all one-way traffic for the UBC Old Boys. And let's see what Bayside can do in this line out here. And he's up for it there.
Oh, good line
Gives
out.
it wide. Rogers to Beaton. Beaton short to James Kelly. Straight through the middle there. Kelly
Beautiful
now.
pass.
Oh, he's brought down by
dropped down.
Ruger. Oh, my gosh. What a play by Beaton and James Kelly. It looked fantastic. What a great little play there. What you saw is you saw James Kelly come to the Jamie Beaton come to the line, and then just slightly stepped off his left foot, opening up that gap up for James Kelly. And Kelly was straight through, but unfortunately no support on either side. So we got lost out to which side he was going to try and get that ball away. But great play there by Bayside.
Yeah, hope to see more of that as this game continues on. Great awareness by Jamie Beaton to get that pass to James Kelly.
As we look now for this scrum. And Ravens now looking to feed it, and they do.
Straight down.
But played. Raymond Wilson now flicks off to Wickham. Wickham to the fullback, gives him to the outside.
Space on the outside.
Murphy. Murphy now, what's he going to do? Sends it inside.
Oh, beautiful pass.
McAllister, and he's brought down by Beaton. Not only that, but it's going to be advantage for high tackle. Oh, wow. I'm not sure what we're going to see here. Time's up. It could be a card. She's reaching for a pocket. And it's a yellow card for a high tackle. Wow. From this angle, it looked around the shoulders, but I'm not the referee in the middle that had a closer view. And it's our first card of the day as Jamie Beaton has been sent for 10 minutes in the sin bin. Yellow carded for a high tackle. And unfortunately, he was running back to make that tackle.
Yeah.
If he didn't make the tackle, they would have scored.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, you can't get away with any type of high tackle in this day and age of rugby.
Yeah, from up here, it looked like some good cover defense, but unfortunately not the case on the field for the referee. And a big maul here by UBC Old Boys.
And it looks like it's being a knock-on, which is a breath of relief by the Bayside Sharks there, because the UBC Old Boys were looking ready to strike when Bayside down to 14 men. As the crowd is starting to build, as you keep an eye out around here, looks like a lot more people are coming down if you're in the area. We've still got 2 amazing games coming up, including our Premier League final between the UBC Thunderbirds and the Castaway Wanderers.
And following them is the Women's Premier League final, which is between the Vancouver Thunderbirds and the Castaway Wanderers as well.
That's fantastic. Some great rugby still to come. So if you're in the area, make sure you come down this way. As Bayside try to get out on the wing.
Tackled out.
And he's tackled out, unfortunately. And it looks like it'll be another line out by the Old Boys now. And brought down for another maul. And let's see what they can do here to try and stop this momentum of the Ravens. But the Ravens are out there, moving it forward. Wickham calling them to come around.
Counter
Get in
by
there.
Bayside? No.
Ravens picked up there by the 3, Mitchell. Raymond Wilson now brought down by Rogers, and they got numbers on the left. They're screaming to get players out that side, Bayside. They're just picking and going now. They're pushing hard.
Bayside
and they reached out, and it's
Is it?
No.
Advantage to Bayside, it looks like. Or,
Oh, no,
or the
switch
UBC. Oh,
she switched aside.
confusing us.
We're not sure which one she was advantage. Looks like advantage is to Old Boys Ravens, and they're going to call it back for a penalty. Offside. And it's a quick tap.
It's a quick one.
And they've got plenty of numbers out there, but they don't need them, do they? It's a try there. It's a try there to the Ravens. And he had numbers on his outside, but he didn't need it with that drifting defense by Bayside. And the UBCOB boys continuing their dominance in this game by a try scored by, I believe it was Jack Scher, who is our goal kicker, so will now convert his own try. And that will take us at the moment 19 points to 0. UBC Old Boys Ravens over the Bayside Sharks, Men's Division 1.
Yeah, as you mentioned earlier, Josh, just some one-way traffic here for the UBC Old Boys. Raining terror on this Bayside in their own half, and the Bayside defenders have no answer so far as we reach just over halfway. 19-0 so far, looking to make it 21-0 is the UBC Old Boys.
Yeah, it was like when Bayside showed a little bit of that bit of attacking dominance was that Beaton and James Kelly move, but unfortunately there was no support for James Kelly when he made that break, and that led to just a lapse in concentration there by the Bayside, where UBC Old Boys took it over as he kicks the conversion, Scherf of his own try, and that'll take us up to 21 points to 0 over our Ravens over the Bayside Sharks. And And now also don't forget that they're down to 14 men. We've still got Jamie Beaton in the yellow carded for a high tackle if you've just joined us. He was making a try-saving tackle but went high and was yellow carded for it. As Bayside now restart. And it looks to knock on by Ravens, and it is. Here's a chance now for Bayside. They need to be the next try scorers to get back on this, get back into this game. There's about 16 minutes to go in this first half.
Yeah, great opportunity for Bayside with ball in hand in the scrum inside the half of the UBC Old Boys to see what they can get going here.
Gormley feeds it in. Rogers. Short, straight through the boodle. Great run there by the 13, which is McMullen. McMullen gets it off to... Taken in by Nui.
He needs to go down, though. Will UBC hold it up? He does go down.
And it's held up.
He is held up, though.
Oh, wow. What defense by the Ravens there. It was a beautiful run by McMullen. He's straight through the gap. Great backing up by Nui, but then Nui held up, which unfortunately caused us a... couldn't get to the ground there, unfortunately, for Nui.
Very impressive backline set plays by the Bayside backline, just to no avail with the call being held up right near their line.
They have some really good attacking plays, and some of those set pieces are really working, and they're destroying the UBC Old Boys defense. But just short little problems where the UBC Old Boys are coming back, holding up their players and causing the mistakes. As the scrum is tough, Wickham now looking to clear, doesn't. And great cover tackle there by the number 7, which is Hayes. Picked up and Kelly over the top. And great counter ruck by Bayside.
And they get the call?
We're going to find out in a minute. What's the call here? It is, yes. It looks like it's been a knock on there by the Ravens. And it's going to be a scrum to the Bayside Sharks. Great attacking opportunity here for Bayside. Let's see what they can do. Here they go. Bayside now sucking in the big ones.
Referee going to the sideline judge for a word.
Oh, it looks like it's been cleared there. Bayside now with a great attacking opportunity. What can they produce? Like I mentioned, they need to be the next to score here.
Would be a great momentum shift for their side if they could get a score here with the 14 men, with Jamie Beaton still in the sin bin for his high tackle earlier.
Absolutely. Nothing better than getting a side, scoring a try against them when you're down one man in the sin bin. And here we are, as James Kelly gets a bit of attention onto his leg, and it looks like could be fixed up a slight cork. And they're getting the scrum set. Bayside's been strong in this scrum. I'm looking forward to seeing what this set play produces, Josh.
Yeah, their set plays, like I said earlier, the set plays from Bayside's backline have been very impressive thus far, and hopefully they can maybe they have a trick up their sleeve to get open the score for their side and get those 5 points.
So Rogers there at 10 has moved into a position there, obviously with our Nui has moved into the inside centre position without having Beaton in that back line.
Strong scrum by Bayside here.
And Kelly from the back picks up and goes. And he's trying to get around and can't. Gets forced back, and they're diving over there, Ravens. He's lucky not to get a penalty. Bayside now moving up with Kyle Wilkie and Gormley. Outside, of course, to the big bopper, Fairbank. Kelly from the back again, looking, that's his second hit up in these phases, and he's trying to hold that ball. He does. Switching sides now. Gormley goes right and gives it to the 3, which is Bergman. And Bergman back this way. Ooh. McMullen. And what's the call here? Looks like it's going to be no advantage penalty to Bayside. They need to do something here. Quick tap. by McMullen.
He's alone, though.
He's got to be offside there, the old boys. No call yet. Big hit up there by number 2. He's over. Oh,
And
what a
he's over.
try! Oh, the Levi Hansen there for the Bayside Sharks. Coming onto it with like a steaming buffalo. And he's come from nowhere. And gone straight through the middle of them. It took a 3 to stop him, and they couldn't stop him get to the line. And Levi Hansen for the Bayside Sharks straight over, doing it for the hookers around the world. Great front row try. Levi Hansen there. Fantastic stuff by the Bayside Sharks.
Yeah, what a strong effort by this Bayside side to get a score over while still short man from the Jamie Beaton sin bin. Yeah, they're going to have to need more of that if they want to get back in this game. Still a 21-5 scoreline, hoping to make it 21-7.
It's been good to see the Bayside Sharks really showing some momentum in their running now, especially with Levi Hansen. And a couple of big, strong runs by the forwards, or the front row, was great to see. As the wind is really picking up, you can hear it on the mic. And he's just sailed it wide there, the number 13, which of course is Timothy Wilson. And, sorry, my bad. Number 13 with Talon McMullen. And McMullen with no conversion, which takes our score, of course, to 21 points to 5, and Bayside on the comeback trail. 10 minutes to go in this first half of action of the Men's Division 1 final. And taken by Hayes with a solid run.
Great pace on that run there by Hayes.
That's what we need. We need more big runs like that from Bayside. Oh, and it is a penalty. And it looks like not rolling away.
Wind's starting to really pick up here in South Surrey.
It is indeed. Which is good for the kickers, and hopefully they can use this breeze to their advantage, the Bayside Sharks, to try and get back into this game. And taken there well by the Bayside with Kelly now with a big hit-up run. And nice, beautiful post-contact meters by Kelly. Again, Raven's not rolling away, so it's going to be an advantage again.
The Bayside player looking to clear him out of there, not rolling.
Oh, a little bit of argy-bargy there. 3 not impressed there by the Ravens, which is Mitchell. Not impressed by the way that their other number 3 was trying to clear him out. There's a bit of argy-bargy now looking.
Argy-bargy, is that another Aussie term?
Is it? I sometimes forget that I say things that argy-bargy would be a little bit of a chest pump. You know, looking at each other and, you know, trying to settle differences with who can bump the chest the hardest. Of course, we don't want to encourage any type of violence in any of these sports, but, you know, rugby back in the days, it was settled with fisticuffs, as they have in ice hockey in the field, whereas these days we don't allow that sort of fisticuffs to go on. So we have to have the argy-bargy with 2 big men trying to settle differences by pressing their chests against each other. Looks like Bayside's going to go for the 3 points here, which is great to see. And it's 21 points to 5, which will take them to 21-8 using this breeze. He's about 44 metres out.
Yeah, and can Talon McMullen get the kick over for his side here and get the 3 points?
Oh, it had the distance, but just didn't have the direction. Push to the left. So it's going to be a dropout by Ravens. And it's a nice, long, deep kick. And it looks like McMullen now, chip and chase. And picked up well by Wickham. And gives him the outside to Murphy. And taken back in by the winger for Bayside. Short ball over the top. Oh, no.
Just a knock on.
Oh. Yeah, he's looking. Great call out by the crowd there, passing it to a hooker. which is harsh on Levi Hansen, seeing he was the try scorer for Bayside. But, yeah, you would be looking for better ball handling players as Jamie Beaton's returned to the field. So the yellow card is over. We're back to 15 on 15, which is great.
Yeah, they managed to get a score with him off the field and not concede a try while he was off. So hopefully they can get some momentum going and get some offense generating in that back line with him back in the lineup.
Absolutely. And a big shove by Bayside, and it's pushing it back. Oh,
lots of pressure by Bayside.
Wow, the crowd goes wild as they see that amazing thing. And it looks like, oh no, it's going to go against them. Oh, and something she's seen there that I don't think is going to go well for Bayside. He ran straight at him and he sort of shoved him with a shoulder. Considered a shoulder charge. And she's going to go to the sideline to find out what the call is, what they saw. And, oh dear. It could be damaging here. Could be very damaging. What colour she gone to? Oh, yellow again. Bayside with another yellow card. Wow. Just had Jamie Beaton rejoin. Some more foul play. Two yellow cards in a final is not the way you want your team going. And it looks like that was for a shoulder charge on the other player. And it's unfortunate. So it's unfortunate to see, but looks that way.
Yeah, the discipline issues hurting this Bayside squad with another yellow card.
Absolutely.
Will UBC take advantage of this? Who knows? And a nice run.
Oh, here we go. What's Ruger got? A bit of wheels here. Oh, tries to go around the outside of the Bayside winger, but doesn't get there. Nice bit of space, though, as Meek now dummies and goes himself. And looks like it'll be a knock-on against the Ravens. And it is with Bayside feed. Yeah, so I'd have to agree with you. The discipline has really let down this Bayside team in their first half. Like I mentioned, 2 yellow cards. It's been unfortunate. Let's hope that they can try and put something in there and do something for the rest of this second half, and hopefully get ready for a big second half. But first, we're going to have to do that now with a substitution for Bayside. It looks like I can't see the number from here, but we've got a substitution in the front row. And here we are set now. The Ravens leading the Bayside Sharks 21 points to 5. And it's a short arm, early engaged by Bayside. And it's a chip by Raymond Wilson, of course. Meek to Ruger. And Ruger's away. Still going Ruger. He can't bring him down. He's definitely got pace, Ruger. And it looks like Seaton was over. Yeah, it was. Oh, wow. And it's going to be no fair release. Unlucky there for Jamie Beaton. Looked to secure that ball. And he gives it on to Colley. And Colley is brought down by the new substitution there. Raymond Wilson now takes the hit up. It's knocked backwards according to the referee. Ooh. Taken in by Cunningham. And Hansen couldn't get his hands on it. Raymond Wilson now. And it was Josh Array there that's the new substitute on for Bayside. Gives it the other Wilson. Cunningham to Meek. Meek now. Tackled over the top there by Kelly. Jones, sorry. Gives it to the wing to Ruger. How much pace has he got? He comes flying back on the inside, but he's brought down by the Bayside McMullen. Injury in the back play, number 17, which is Ben Cooling, the substitute for Ravens. Are they going to pause this game? He's right in the middle there. They should be pausing it. They're not going to. Continuing play. 12 there. Henriksen is tackled. Player still down in the back play. Finally, a penalty goes against Ravens, and there's a bit more pushing and shoving. And it looks like she's going for a card. Red card.
Uh-oh.
Wow. Number 12 for UBC Old Boys, Cole Henriksen, has just been shown a red card. And that's it. That's it. For Cole Henriksen, that's the end of the game. That's the end of the final for that particular player.
Big swing in momentum here. UBC Old Boys Ravens losing a player permanently, down from 15 to 14 men for the rest of this match. Might be a momentum swing for Bayside. Hopefully they can utilize that advantage in their favor. Absolutely.
Now you've got, when they get their yellow card player back, they're going to have 15 and 14 for the whole of that second half, which is an advantage to Bayside. I didn't actually see, Josh, did you see what it was that she gave the red card for?
I couldn't tell you. Maybe we can find out after this phase of play here.
And
great run.
Run there by Hansen, the try scorer, and good clean out by Bayside. Gives it to Josh Array, and a big barnstorming run, but it's ripped out there. Unfortunate for Bayside. Kelly still fighting for the ball.
James Kelly relentless on looking for a call there.
He is. He couldn't get that ball. Oh, Ruger with a tackle. It's kind of high, but looks like there's no call coming. And it's been taken out over the far side.
Yeah, curious to know what that red card was for. Us up here in the booth don't know.
Well, hopefully we'll do some investigation over the halftime break, and we'll be able to let you know as we go to halftime now. So, halftime here at the men's division final at the South Surrey Bayside. It is UBC Old Boys 21 and Bayside Sharks 5. And welcome back to the second half of the Men's Division 1 final down here at South Surrey Athletic Complex for the BC Rugby Senior Men's and Women's Division Finals Day. And of course, we have the UBC Old Boys Ravens 21 currently beating Bayside 5 with a kickoff for our second half. And we are joined again by Josh Canciano. How are you doing, Josh?
Cancino, but thanks for
agreeing
me. Yeah, close enough.
Hey, I haven't got many names right today, so I'm trying to get commentators as well as players.
Some unique names here in these lineups.
So Rogers now. Jamie Beaton looks to the outside. The Newey gives the outside to...
is this a try?
Patterson.
Oh, he's
Patterson
through.
Is he over? He is. Early try there by Bayside. What a pickup from the second half. A great little backline move by Bayside to get their winger over. Evan Patterson, that's who the winger is for Bayside. Well done. What a try. Gives it on the outside. It was Beaten with a bit of space. Newey looking on the inside and out, and then giving out to Patterson. And Patterson with the try.
Yeah, great opening phase of play here for the Bayside Sharks to get back right into this game with the try in the corner.
And it's a great, and just a bit of investigation over the halftime. Had a bit of a report that there was a punch thrown, and that was what caused the red card. So for those viewers at home wondering what the red card was for, apparently there was a punch thrown, which of course is a red card offence. And that's why the Old Boys Ravens are down now to 14 men for the rest of the game. Now, the conversion was unsuccessful by Jamie Beaton. So the score remains 21 points to 10, with Bayside now creeping back into this game and trying to extinguish the fire that was UBC Old Boys' first half. And let's see how it goes from now on with the restart. And it's a nice clearing kick now, and it's gone over the top to the try scorer. I believe maybe I've got the wrong name here. The try scorer might be Johnny Sutherland, actually. No, Johnny Sutherland's over this side, 11. 14, it is Evan Patterson on that side. And it is, and he's going away again now by, it looks like Hayes. And Hayes with a counter ruck there by the Ravens. And it's a penalty for the counter ruck, trying to kick that ball away.
Yeah, Bayside coming out to flying to start the second half. Looking to, like you said, Josh, extinguish the fire that the UBC Old Boy Ravens started in the first half.
Indeed. Yeah. And it's a clearing kick there by, looks like it was Beaton that cleared that kick. All right, line out throw there by Hansen to get it back in the middle. Bayside. Just over halfway. Gives it to Kelly. And Kelly now is forced back. He's held up a little bit. And he's finally brought down. Given to Wilkie. And Wilkie brought down just over the halfway. And there's a bit more niggle going on in the middle there. There's a few people with hands in the air wondering what's being called against them. It needs to start having a look as Beaton does another clearing kick and really puts Bayside in a nice attacking area now. About 30 metres out from the line. Bayside are set to show their set piece from the line out. And it's a lovely clean catch by given to Kelly. And Kelly now heading back in field. Takes up a hard hit up. And great carry by Kelly. Now to Josh Array, sorry. And it's another penalty, but it's this time to the Ravens. And I think it could be for a high tackle. I'm not too sure. No, not clear, not releasing. So the Ravens again on the attack, getting over the ball and really getting in there to get that ball back. And the Bayside not allowing that ball to come freely. And it's a great nudge by the Ravens to get a lot more field position right on the halfway now. And let's see if the Ravens can come back from that early try in this second half.
Yeah, UBC Old Boys have some powerful runners in Raymond Wilson and Mark Ruga. See how can use. And here's Raymond Wilson now with a big run.
Raymond Wilson now carrying it over the halfway. Ruga now with a bit of space, and he's brought down. Oh, and it's just a fumble with McAllister. And that's a knock on, and it looks like it's going to go for a scrum.
Yeah, not as much pace from the UBC Old Boy Ravens to start the second half. A little bit of a slower start on their end.
Yeah, just getting that early half jitters out. Again, a couple of early mistakes on both sides.
Mm-hmm. But just to remind the folks at home, the UBC Old Boys are playing a man down from, instead of 15, they're playing with 14, and Bayside have 15.
Yeah, as we got the red
and
card.
James Kelly.
James Kelly's away now down the outside. Beautiful ball, legs tackled there by the 16, which is, of course,
and a knock on.
Pyle. And again, just the unforced errors are really costing Bayside. It's disappointing to see. As they set now for a scrum, and Ruger's looking, seeing in the back line there. Could be something to set play on with him. Good to see him with a bit of space to see what happens here.
And a good push by Bayside in their scrum.
Yeah, great shove. And a short ball. Here they go down the outside. He's looking for the pass. He does. Gives it away. Oh. It's Meek. And Meek is over. And another diving try by UBC Old Boy Ravens. And Meek over there for the try. Number 7, Blaine Meek. And it was just basically that all begun through Wickham. As Wickham again looking for a bit of space, finding those lazy defenders on the inside. Then just great support play. The option that the 17 had there, which was Ben Cooling, he had options both sides of the ruck to give an offload to. Actually, I don't think that was Ben Cooling. I think it was the other ginger guy out there. Apologies to Ben Cooling's family if you're watching. I can't see the number at the moment, but. They do look very similar. Number 16, of course, is who I'm talking about, which is Sean Pyle. And Sean Pyle down the middle had options both sides of the ruck. And with that great support by the Ravens, gave it to Meek. And Meek was just too quick on the outside with another diving try. And looks like it's a good conversion too.
Great kick.
By number 15, Jack Scher, which now takes the UBC Old Boy Ravens to 28 points to Bayside 10.
Yeah.
It was just, again, it's the idea of backing up, whenever people are making, a couple of times Bayside make those breaks and there wasn't much support, whereas the Ravens, when they make a break, there's a lot more support. As Raymond Wilson now.
Raymond Wilson, oof.
Again, some of these defenders are having nightmares of those thighs trying to tackle that. And here comes Ruger. Ruger now with a bit of wheels on the outside. Let's see what he's got. He steps on the inside, palms off the play. Oh, he's brought down by his jersey. Wow, great defense by the number 14, Evan Patterson.
And a penalty for Bayside.
Oh, that's excellent job. Not only did they tackle him by his jersey to brought him down, but also over the top there. And there's a bit of words there between the Ravens and Bayside. Oh, they're talking it up.
And some argy-bargy, as Josh would say.
Well, yeah, there's going to be some argy-bargy. I think that, he's telling him to run straight at me. I think that's one of the calls there. So it's going to be good to see how that ends up. Meek just giving it out, just constantly giving it out against the scrum half. And it looks like that's going to be a great little battle coming up.
Yeah. Very resilient by the UBCO boys squad here, even with 14 men, to get that score.
As you mentioned, it's great to score when you're down to 14 men.
Oh, knock on by James Kelly.
But play on by the old boys as here goes Pyle. Pyle tackled down. Wickham, options on his left. And wow. And it looks like that's going to be a scrum for a knock-on against Bayside. So they're going to go back for the scrum. No advantage to the Ravens. And the Ravens now looking to attack. But like you said, yes, it's great to see that they actually did score against a team when they're down to 14 men for the rest of the half. Well, the rest of the game, really. And there's 30 minutes still left to play. So Bayside's not done yet.
Bayside not done yet, but they're going to have to get something going to get back in this game. Down 18 points. Just half an hour left in the game, actually.
And now gives him the outside. It looks on the winger, and he gets that ball. No! Oh, he cast. Oh, he didn't hold on to that ball.
Unfortunate.
That's unfortunate indeed. Not a bad effort there by the winger, which is Kieran Murphy. And he just needed a little bit more space, and he could have definitely got around that. And now another scrum by Bayside. And they're going to set it up again here. Doesn't look like she's happy with the way that the scrumming is going down. It's been good so far, if you ask me, as a former scrum person myself. Josh, former scrum person.
Yep, front row and hooker, you name it.
As a front row hooker, as two front row hookers here, there doesn't seem to be much wrong with the scrum so far.
No, I think both packs are looking very solid in the scrums.
That was a big shove there by the old boys, but they managed to get the ball out. Rogers now gives the Patterson. Patterson now back to Beaton, and Beaton is picked up and driven back. And the ball's been ripped, and no, it's a penalty. So not rolling away, I guess, and also diving straight off their feet. And Ravens now with an opportunity.
Yeah, it's just the small mistakes here for this Bayside backline. Lots of pace by Patterson there in that run, and then Beaton following up. It's just knock-ons here and there. They just need to execute better to hopefully get back in this game.
Yep, and then we've really got to see some strong running like we saw in the very opening parts for the Ravens.
Yes, I agree.
They've really got to put in some big runs, and then hopefully Bayside can also do that, try and get back in this game. Yeah, speaking of front rows and being part of a team, a big shout out to my old club of the Scribes. Murphy, there's your shout out. Unlucky we didn't. That team didn't get there. Lost to Surrey, who will be playing in the next game on field number 1 in the men's Division 2 final, which will be after I believe that's the Division 1 game happening for women on field 1.
If you're going to shout out your old squad club, I'll shout out my old squad too. Shout out to the Surrey Beavers who are playing in the Squamish Axemen.
The team that beat my old club. There you go. Oh, here he goes now. Pyle. Palms off Beaton. Ooh. Ruger now with a bit of space, but he's run out of space. He didn't have enough on the edge there. Yeah, there was 3 coming across. Wow, Beaton just copped a good palm to the face. They're big, what we call in Australia, don't argue. Because there's nothing to argue about when you've got a palm of hand in your face pushing off a tackle.
Yeah, number 14 for the UBC Old Boys, Mark Ruga, has some wheels on him, so giving him more space, a lot of space is not something you want to do if you're at Bayside.
Absolutely. Beaten now. Looking at Kelly. Kelly out there in the centres, runs straight at Pyle, and Raymond Wilson over the top trying to get hands on the ball. A new recruit there, number 20, which is Spencer Thorpe. And they're not releasing again. Just killing it in their options there, not releasing. Oh, and there's Spencer Thorpe there got involved again. A little
There's
bit
the
of
argy-bargy.
Let's hit the argy-bargy, indeed.
Just some discipline problems for this Bayside squad, it looks like.
There is a little bit of discipline problems there, and it's kind of bizarre when you think that the only red card being given in the game is against the Ravens. I mean, there were 2 yellows against Bayside, but no yellows this half, which is good for Bayside. But yes, discipline has been a factor so far. And we get set now for this line out. Good chance for the Ravens to attack.
Nice line out.
Great jump there by Flanagan, and brings it down to the maul well. Out to Jones. Jones inside to Wilson, and Wilson's brought down about 6 metres out. Pick and go there, covered by, looks like Flanagan. No, here's Flanagan now. Takes a hit up. Watch out, they've got numbers on that outside. Here comes the Ravens. Wide, he's going to pick up. Oh, it's going to be an intercept. He's kicked it long. And looks like who's got the wheels? It's a Patterson. Patterson gets the foot on, but doesn't make it. Great tackle and pick up by Jones.
Bayside looking to take the ball back.
Bayside now. They've got an option, but it's all... Oh, my God, he's held it. And it's going to be off his feet. And it paid off in the end. I didn't know what he was doing, kicking it so far ahead.
Maybe he wasn't confident in his wheels to beat Mark Ruga, who was coming back to tackle him for the cover.
And if you look back, you can see that the Patterson, Evan Patterson for number 14 for Bayside, had the wheels, was probably getting close to beating Ruger and just got his hand on it. Ruger was going for it. But great play by the 10 of the Ravens there. Jones to come back and regather that ball, which is just great support play shown by the Ravens. But that was some exciting stuff. Good to see some intercepts.
Yeah. Both sides have pace to them. It's really good to see them really get their legs going when they have the space.
Absolutely. And now, here's an opportunity for Bayside to try and get back into this game. 22 metres out, line out. And it was a decent jump and a good run, looking for the offload, but doesn't give it. They take it high up the middle there, trying to get away. Horrible pass out of the scrum half, and
you'll call a knock on that. It looks like
absolutely, it was just a horrible pass. It should have. It's disappointing. Again, the unforced errors. They look to be good on the attack, and then just seem to drop it.
Yeah, I think Bayside really needs to clean up those unforced errors if they want to have a chance to come back into this game with still behind by 18 points.
And like you mentioned, we still have the old boys down to 14 men. So there always should be an overlap here. And we need to see if Bayside's offense can take advantage of that and try to get back into this game. Scrum now. And put in by Wickham, and Raymond Wilson there trying to get away from the back of the scrum. Picked and go there by looks like Flanagan. Flanagan does. And it's a penalty against Ravens. I guess not releasing. Back and forth it has been. And it looks like Pyle
shoves.
Yeah, Pyle running in for a bit argy-bargy.
Words.
Words being said. The big men. Pyle there. Sometimes those red-headed guys can get quite fiery after a bit. I know. And again, there is a bit of heat out here, so the sun can also cause a bit of temperatures to rise as they pack down. And then, as you know, fellow scrummer, being in many scrums is always quite testing on the ability to hold back oneself when it comes to tempers.
Especially on warm days with the sun glaring, it gets really hot in those scrums.
Absolutely. And short arm there, early engagement by Bayside. Wow, just doing themselves no favours there. And what can Old Boys Ravens do now?
Looks like a stoppage in play for an injury.
Could be a stoppage. And picked up there by Bayside. Bayside now on the attack. Josh Array.
Big number 17, Josh Array for Bayside.
Absolutely. Picked up by the 6, which is, of course, Reed Davis.
Oh.
No.
Unfortunate.
Just
unlucky.
Short drop there. And even though the number says number 16, which I think is actually Penny Rockendiva. And we set for another scrum. And we're set here now. No early engagement by Bayside, which is great. And picked up by Raymond Wilson. Looks to palm off the first, and he's brought down by Rogers. Wide now. Given out. Ruger. Ruger now with a bit of wheels is away. And he's taken by the 7. Is he taken out? No, he's kept in.
Good run by Ruger, though.
Great run by Ruger. Taken up the middle. Ravens on the attack. Short. Out to Wilson. Wilson to Meek. Meek now. Oh, and he's...
tackle.
It was coming across Josh Array to make the tackle. Wickham gives it to Jones. Jones to Ruger. They're spreading it field to sideline to sideline.
Oh.
And
come back for a call. Right on the 22, or
it looks like it's right in the middle on the 22. Looks like offside, and we could be here for maybe a 3-point shot. I mean, it'd be the smart option for the Ravens, seeing they are 14 down and they're well in control of this game.
Yeah, UBC Old Boys Ravens up 18 points on the Bayside Sharks here in this second half. Just under 50, just over 50 minutes left in this second half.
Looks like they're not willing to go for the points. They want to try and extend their lead by a try.
But as you mentioned before, Josh, UBC Old Boys Ravens backline just working it sideline to sideline using their pace, which is surprising to see since they are down a man.
Looking for the overlap that they don't actually have.
Yeah.
Great jump there by Flanagan. Raymond Wilson at the back. Gives it to
out.
Mitchell. And Mitchell, Jamie beaten over the top, but wasn't given it. Wickham now looking. Wickham looking for the lazy defenders. Wickham can't get there. 1 meter out. Charged forward by, I can't see the number.
Still not over, it looks like.
Ravens still trying to push ahead. Wickham now gives it to Pyle. Pyle, it's over for a try. It's a try. Sean Pyle. Number 16 for the UBC Old Boy Ravens. Well, it was just a matter of pressure cooker and just kept going and going and going. And it didn't look like it was going to stop for the Bayside defense as they kept on working UBC Old Boys right around the ruck. Started again by that nice line out by Flanagan. Pushed up with some great runs with Raymond Wilson as well as Flanagan. And then once they got to the middle there, it was very hard to stop, especially with a few players right in the middle of the ruck there. And Bayside just look a bit lost at the moment. They should be a little bit more controlled with their defense, a little bit more harder on their attack. But they're just looking like a little bit lost. Let's hope there's still plenty of time. There's about 13 minutes to play. And it's 33 points to 10 for the Ravens with this kick to come. It will take them to 35. And if they kick that 35 to 10, 25 points, I mean, that is over 3 converted tries. But stranger things have happened in the world of rugby.
Yes, of course, you can never count a team until that final whistle goes. You can't count a team out.
And the conversion is good by, it looks like Scher.
Yeah, Jack Scher, it looks like.
Jack Scher, which now takes the UBC Old Boy Ravens lead, 35 points to 10.
Yeah, Bayside Sharks really need an answer here if they want to get back into this game.
They definitely have to be the next to score.
Yes.
And beaten with the restart. Oh, and just not picked up, but picked up by the Ravens. Flanagan. And they look wide again. And Wilson gives it out to Meek.
Big tackle.
And tackled there. Great by Bayside. Again, they're going sideline to sideline, just really running these Bayside defenders around. Very sloppy in the rucks, and there's going to be a penalty against the Bayside team.
Looks like a high tackle call.
And they've still got that breeze too. I feel like that breeze is still around, going from right to left of your screen. As you can see with the touch judge's flag there, you can see the assistant referee's flag is getting blown. And now, Ravens on the attack, 21 meters out. Great take by Flanagan again. Jones to Raymond Wilson to Pyle. Pyle, one to beat, does beat him. Trying to go around Nui. He does get around Nui. And his second try. Pyle now for the UBC Old Boy Ravens. Scores again for the Ravens. Number 16, Pyle. And that's his second try for today. Great. There was, again, just a lot of space on the outside.
Yeah,
they were looking both sides, left and right, and then were just given that extra on the outside to get there. And again, Bayside just look a bit lost. There's hands on heads, there's hands on hips. And whatever the question that's being asked by the UBC Old Boys Ravens, there is no answer for Bayside.
Yeah, big Big, strong run from number 16, Sean Pyle, for the UBC Old Boy Ravens. Great pace on that run, and to finish it off with just a picture-perfect finish by him. And for his second of the day, you said, Josh?
Yes, it's his second try for today. So 2 tries in the finals, not too bad on a Saturday.
Yeah. As you mentioned, Bayside Sharks looking a little lost here. Looks like they're losing their legs, maybe hands around their heads. Might be a fitness problem. Their legs might be giving out, but.
Well, I mean, especially when the UBC Old Boys team runs from one side to the other side. Mm-hmm. You know, you've got your, you've definitely got your players, your defenders moving either side, and can really wear them out. Mm-hmm. And it looks like the Ravens just taking advantage of that. So, anyway, we've got 42 points to 10. The UBC Old Boys really starting to grip this game and take it away from Bayside. Again, that early a red card early on in the end of the second half, towards the end of the second half. And we haven't really seen that effect of having 14 men affect the UBC Old Boys. And it looks like Wilson's out again. It gives to the winger, and his winger's chipped ahead. This is Spencer Thorpe. Steps on the inside. No, it's not Spencer Thorpe. It's Liam Morrison. Liam Morrison is away. Steps on the inside. Got a bit of wheels, this guy. Oh, he's being taken high. I think there might be something to be said over this. He has been taken very high by Raymond Wilson. It could be another card. I'd be surprised if he stays in the field. Mm-hmm. And she's reaching for the pocket. It's a red. Another red.
Another red card.
Wow. That's 2 reds against the UBC Old Boys Ravens.
Down to 13 men now.
Down to a rugby league side, the UBC Old Boys Ravens, as they're going to take on the Bayside Sharks for the remainder of this match. 13 on 15. Wow, and it's not the greatest player to get off the field too. Raymond Wilson has been devastating in his attack. But 42 points to 10. Can Bayside pull out a miracle with 8 minutes to go against 13 men?
But let's hope that Bayside's number 23, Liam Morrison, is okay.
Looks like, has he come off?
He looks like he's come off.
He's come off. Well, it was a very high tackle.
Mm-hmm. He was just in the game before against for Bayside's Division 3 side. He played a very good game in a very close Division 3 final that took place earlier.
And sends it in now. Spencer Thorpe was up there to get it. And not straight. Oh, that's not going to help Bayside. Not straight's the call. And it just keeps going their way for the UBC Old Boy Ravens. So with around 7 minutes to go, the score is 42 points to 10. And there's a line out there. Flanagan picks it up, gives it wide now to Jones. Oh, and running on the inside is a new player out there, number 19, Robbie McLean. Number 19, Neil Murphy. And the Old Boys now clearing kick with a nice torpedo punt down.
Oh, was that a knock?
Looked like it could be a knock on. And it's called one. Oh, dear me. Just keeps getting worse and worse for Bayside, unfortunately. New recruits on for Bayside. Number 21, Adam Timler. And off is Wilson, and on for UBC Old Boys, looks like it could be number 22, John Tolton, in the blue headgear. Some late changes into this game. Again, don't forget, UBC Old Boys are on at 13 with 2 red cards. And a big scrum push by Bayside, and they get the ball back. And it's number 19 for Bayside, which is Robbie McLean. Josh Array now. Beaton looking to get through, gives it to Timler.
Nice
Timler
pass.
now, great ball. Offloaded there to the 7, which is Patrick Hayes. Digging it out there now. Kelly. Tackle, great legs tackle there by Flanagan, by Meek, sorry. And it looks like we're coming back for a penalty.
Like you were saying, Josh, even with 13 men for the UBC Old Boys, they still have a really big stranglehold on this game with only just under 5 minutes left to go in the game.
Absolutely, and then I felt really that Bayside didn't take their opportunities with that 14 men. A lot of the one thing that you noticed that the opposite team did was the Ravens were going sideline to sideline with 14, whereas you feel that Bayside should have been the ones going sideline to sideline.
I agree.
I mean, you look at a couple of moves there by the backs with Jamie Beaton getting a bit of extra ball, and they actually looked very, very great in their offense. A short arm for not straight, and the problems just keep getting worse for Bayside. And don't forget, coming right up after this game is going to be our Premier League men's final, which is the UBC Thunderbirds versus the Castaway Wanderers. And you can find that on BC Rugby YouTube directly, the live stream after this match. Big crowd building for this game. And then after that, of course, is our women's Premier League final, which will be on at 4:05 kickoff. So plenty of rugby still to come, as Bayside now looking to make a move as Penny Rokondiva. Very strong run by Penny. Gormley goes the opposite side, gives it Spencer Thorpe. Looks to give to the hook, to the Douglas Fairbank, the prop.
Brought down. Can we get one before time runs up here?
Let's hope so, as Hayes takes up the nice hit up in the middle. Can't get them rolled out, but it's just releasing. And the penalty again. Not rolling away. Quick tap taken now by Kelly. Kelly looking to score. Get something here for Bayside. And another penalty. Not back 10, they're offside. We have almost just over 2 minutes to go. Bayside looking to score a try. And we're going to have a scrum here about 5 meters out. And a big scrum push by Bayside. Penny Rokondiva at the back there. He's nowhere to be, and he scores for Bayside. Penny Rokondiva. Just got there. And he bumped off too and went straight next to the posts. That was definitely needed, but unfortunately a little bit too late for the Bayside Sharks. Kick to come, it's 42-15. Hoping to make it 42-17, in which he does.
Yeah, unfortunate for Bayside. The pedal on the gas for them at the end here is just merely a consolation prize, as the inevitable winners looks like to be UBC Old Boys Ravens with less than a minute left to go.
Down 2 red cards. They've really come back, the UBC Old Boys Ravens.
Oh, yeah, their support play, very strong, good pace on all their runners, strong support. Like, just a good display of rugby from their side.
Yeah, they put their foot on the pedal and they haven't really stopped since. So even with the 2 red cards, they seem to keep them at bay as they kick it out in the full now. And we're going to have a scrum right in the dead centre. Now, time up on out, so we're now on the referee's injury time. Let's see if Bayside can maybe get another try here. That'd be great to see. They've got the space. I mean, the Old Boy Ravens are down to 13. And Pennyrock and Diva, the try scorer, out again.
Oh,
some wheels. Pace. The big
and
man can
strong.
move. Gormley gives it to the runner, which of course is Wilkie. Gormley hunting for it again. Out to Beaton. Beaton, long pass out to the winger Patterson. Patterson's away, stepping in. No, goes around the outside. Great tackle there by the Raven. We've got to play it down and back play. And Spencer Thorpe now with the ball. They're screaming for it right. They've got nothing but numbers right. They have to spread it. And penalty, as it's Flanagan that's for the Ravens is back down in the back play, but he's up.
Yeah, Bayside just looking to. This next try will still be consolation, but they're just looking to finish this game strong.
Oh, there's a bit of stuff back there, a bit of pushing and shoving.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it might kick off in a minute here. Again, like I mentioned before, a lot of chest pumping. Let's see who can bump chests the best. Of course, we had one punch thrown, and we saw the result of that, which of course was a red card. And it looks like the assistant referee came in to look for a report. The report looks to be clear. Just a couple of words spoken. No more cards. Fair few cards, you would say, Josh, given out today. 2 yellows, 2 reds.
Yeah, a lot of undisciplined, discipline problems on both sides. With the UBCO Old Boys going down to 13 men and to the 2 yellow cards in the first half for the Bayside Sharks.
As Josh Array just barnstorms up the middle there, takes about 3 defenders with him. And it's
knock-on?
And it could be it looks like a knockdown.
Knockdown, yep.
Penalty here. You'd have to take the quick one. Here we go. Run by McMullen, looking to make the bad offload. Luckily recovered by Bayside. James Kelly from the back, trying to get through. Someone off the ball being tackled there, and it's a bit messy in that ruck. I don't know if they're going to blow it up soon. Still going. Got to get it out wide. They've got 5 people out here with three defenders. And Pennyrock and Diva still trying to get through. Does.
Diva,
still going.
Runner.
Oh, and it's ripped, though. And looks like it's going to be called back for a knock-on. Could blow up here in a minute. Still not happy with each other, these 2 teams.
Yeah, some tempers flaring near the end of this game. We're well into injury time, it looks like, because our clock here says 80 minutes, but the ref's clock might be different.
And that's time. And that game is over. Men's division final here down at South Surrey Complex. UBC Old Boys win 42 points to Bayside RFC Sharks, 17 for the men's division 1 final.